Kenston has been on a mission all season. Their high-octane offense has powered them all the way to the state final. Standing in their way is perennial power Kettering Alder. The Knights make old school new school, and they're after their third state title. It's the Division III state championship game. 4th-ranked Kenston and number 1 Alder next on Spectrum News 1. A cool, crisp, foggy November afternoon as we welcome you inside Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton. This afternoon, it's the Division III state title game between number 4 Kenston and number 1 ranked Kettering Alder. It's the first meeting between these two, and it happens to be in the state championship game. Tim Bray, Greg Fry with you, the former Buckeye, and these two teams are 13-1 coming in, but that's where the similarities end. I mean, they're polar opposites.
Well, if you want to contrast in offenses, this is your game. The Kenston Bombers, they're high-flying, they're going to throw it, they're going to run it, and when you look at the Knights, they're going to grind it out. They're going to pound you and run the football, which is what they've always done and been successful with offensively.
Let's take a look at how these two teams made it here. Kenston came out of Region 9, 2nd seed. They ran Columbus Eastmore out of the state semifinal game. And then the Knights, top seeded in Region 12. Alder dispatched the Norwalk Truckers 34-13. Kenston has been on fire since game 1. They've scored 40 or more 10 times this season, and they're closing in on 6,000 total yards. They're really balanced, too.
Yeah, they are balanced. They like to throw the football, but they're also very good at running the football, so you can't fall asleep on that. They've rushed for over 230 yards a game. They throw for about 200. They're averaging 40 points a game. That's pretty good.
Let's take a look at Alder. Boy, a much different approach. They rolled back the clock to 1970. Knights run the wishbone. Darrell Royal would be really very popular, and he'd love that.
Well, he sure would. I mean, they average about 200 yards on the ground. They only score 25 points a game, which is not a lot to make it to a state final. But when you combine a great running game and sound defense, that's a winning formula.
Hey, both teams have experienced power of 5 quarterbacks. Greg, being a former quarterback, you've got to love these stars to watch.
I like this game. Tom Kupsik, 6'1", 195, junior quarterback, has accounted for 28 touchdowns on the year in that high-flying offense. And when you look at Connor Bazelak, he's a big one, 6'4", 215. He's accounted for 16 touchdowns. He's thrown for 11 touchdowns. So just because they run the football doesn't mean that he can't throw it as well.
So complete contrasts in offensive philosophy, but both have made it to the finals. We're going to settle the debate on the field when we come back right after the break.
The 2018 OHSAA Football Championships on Spectrum News 1 are presented by Aries Sportswear, custom apparel made easy. The American Dairy Association Mid-East, fuel up with chocolate milk. Blaster, work it like a pro. And by Spectrum. Are you ready for what's next? Think forward.
Matinee football here in Canton at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium.
Dominate! Kick them all over the field! This is our game! Hey. Take it! Hey. Take it!
Hey, let's go, baby! Let's go!
Number 1 ranked Kettering Alder, 13-1, 7-0 out of the GCO Co-Ed Conference, and Kenston also 13-1, and they are 6-1, and they were co-champs in the WRL. Both of these teams from opposite ends of the state, and looking forward to this afternoon's Division III state championship game here in Canton. Let's go to the sidelines and our third member of our team this afternoon. Here's Mike Case.
Thanks, guys. You talked about these teams being polar opposites, but two offensive geniuses. You know about Jeff Grudich from Kenston. He was to be the offensive coordinator at Mentor when they had the Bears' #1 pick, Mitch Trubisky, and Ed Domside's been around 40-plus years. Why so successful? Well, maybe because he's been able to adapt to some of the great quarterbacks that have come through his school. So we are going to see a lot of wishbone today. We're going to see a little bit of wing T. We're going to see a little bit of shotgun, and nobody's better than Alter than pounding you and lulling you to sleep with that wishbone, and then the quick strike over the top.
Well, ball control, thank you, Mike. Ball control for Alter, and you talk about quick strikes. 6,000 yards of offense from Kenston.
6,000, that's a lot of yards.
Yeah, that is a lot of yards.
They got a quarterback that can wing it in Tom Kupsik, and Jack Porter has rushed for over 100 yards in every single game this year, and that's impressive.
Let's take a look at the keys to today's game. And, boy, certainly the Bombers, you got to win it up front.
Yeah, they do have to win up front. If you're going to win a championship, as we saw earlier today, you got to win up front. And I think they got to settle in quickly. They get the football to start the game, get immediately in a rhythm on their offense, and dictate the tempo of this game. If you're the Alter Knights, you dictate tempo with your running game and stop at the run on defense. And if you're turnover free, if you're the Knights, you got a great chance to win this game.
So Alter won the toss and deferred. They will kick off in this afternoon's game, and we are underway as Jack Ruffalo gives it a good boot, and it's an up man bringing it up to about the 35-yard line, and that's where we will go 1st and 10. Tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Aries Sportswear, a proud sponsor and the preferred apparel partner of the OHSAA. Visit AriesSportswear.com today and shop for team apparel to open a store for your fans. Aries Sportswear, custom apparel made easy. And Tom Kupsik is the quarterback for the Kenston Bombers. He's a junior and first team all Ohio, and they'll get it 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And they will spread you from sideline to sideline. One back in the backfield, and that is Porter, and it'll be a ball that is loose, and will it be either a incomplete pass or it may be, and it is a fumble. They are saying fumble on the field, and that is a fumble recovered by Mason Henry of Alter. So I thought for a second that his arm was coming forward, but no, it was a fumble all the way, according to the official.
You're going to see the pressure come from the backside right here. Yeah, that ball's knocked out before it came up. That's a great play. And Mason Henry's going to fall on the ball. Matt Schimpf, I think, came off the edge and knocked that thing loose. How about that for a starting play?
So Connor Bazelak will be the quarterback for the Alter Knights, and they will run out of this wishbone. And no, it's not your TV. Back in black and white days. Brandon McDonald with the first carry of the ball game as he goes off to the side, and it is going to be just about back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it, the 28-yard line. There is Bazelak's numbers, 1,139 yards. Yes, they will throw it out of the wishbone and out of the gun. 11 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I like that ratio. Both of these guys will be playing on Saturday, I am for sure. They break the bone on this one, and he put McDonald in motion, and they will take it to the side, and it is going to be out of bounds, and it is a flag on the play. So it looks like a motion on Alter as we look at the offensive line for the Alter Knights, and led by Matt Duplain, who's right in the middle, and Jack Miller, who's an all-league player. Backs and receivers, we say McDonald and Landers are the 2 running backs. Riazi's the fullback in that set, but it is going to be a 2nd down play, but it will be 5 yards back at the 29-yard line because of that motion. So they move it back, and it'll be 2nd down and 15. Again out of the bone. Bazelak is 6'4". Colleges love him. He's going to throw it. It's intercepted. Intercepted. Coming back the other way, and it is Tyler Mintz with his sixth interception of the season, well underthrown, and Mitz with the interception, and that is the 13th of the season by this Bombers team.
And for Tyler Mintz, this is his 6th interception in the playoffs since week 11. And he just undercut that route all the way. They're going man coverage on the outside. He just undercut the route. A lot of time to throw there for Bazelak, but boy, both teams trading turnovers right out of the gate.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised about that from the 13-yard line. Tom Kufsick has 4 in the package, 3 to the wide side of the field. Porter standing next to him, and he's going to get the call, and there is very nothing inside as Tom Kufsick, the 6'1", 195-pound junior, 2,747 yards this season. 61.5% with 24 touchdowns. This is an offense that can throw it and they can run it because Porter is well over 2,000 yards, 2,200 to be exact. And he'll not get it this time as Tom Kufsick will be dropped in his own backfield, and Cookie Armstrong made the tackle on the play, and he's back from injury. Here's the offensive line, and George Sell actually, he was a guy that had a touchdown in the formation earlier this year, and there you see Porter leading that offensive backs and receivers. 3rd down and long, and it's a 41% for this Bombers team. Tom Kufsick goes out, and it is complete to the far side of the field, but it is short of the 1st down as Tyler Mitz makes the tackle on the play.
Just throwing a short outcut to the wide side. That's a great throw. You can see his arm strength. That's Jay Milton making a catch. And wait, what's going on here? You get a little pooch punt look here.
Well,
maybe.
Tom Kufsick does kick it, and he will boot it high, and it will go out of bounds at the 50-yard line on that 4th down play. So both teams showing their defensive strengths here in the first part of this football game, each team with the turnover. So let's take a look at the Kenston defense, and they run a 3-3 stack, but they will bring Connor Kratzert in against a running team, and this is a running team. What a linebacking core. Very strong with Logan Vargo, one of the top players in Northeastern Ohio. Tally, Stanley, and Mitz are your D-backs. From the 48, again the wishbone. They're going to throw it out of there, and the catch is made. A very good effort right there by Luke Ewald to hold on to the football, and the senior tight end moves the chains.
Well, you're going to see this chess match evolve as the game goes on. Pretty much on defense, the Bombers are playing man coverage, and Connor Bazelak is a good quarterback. He can make the throws. So clearly right now they're trying to attack the one-on-one situations by throwing the football.
Joined us late. Both teams have turned it over once deep in the Bombers territory. 1st and 10 from the 36 after a 12-yard pickup. This time they will go to McDonald. Outside, breaks a tackle inside the 25 and run out of bounds across the way. Iklopti made the hit on the play, but he just kept going with us.
You see the missed tackles up here. Tyler Mintz comes in and tries to make the tackle, and he misses. Good job bouncing that outside. McDonald, 6'1", 224. He's got some size. Not easy to bring down. Averaging 10 yards a carry.
And this is only a sophomore. They have an injury in their backfield, and the next thing they know, you have a sophomore.
Excuse me, Tim. Here's your man coverage. You're going to see pretty much every play. 9 in the box, one-on-one outside.
They go inside, and Brandon McDonald this time stacked up right about the line of scrimmage. This is a good defense by the Bombers. They give up only 280 yards a game, 155 on the ground, and they will stack them up inside.
Look at it. You count. There's 9 bodies in there. You don't have that many to block, so there's always going to be one free right now, and you got a man-man coverage outside. So that's kind of the, again, as we watch this this chess match between the coordinators evolve. How is Alter going to counteract that? If they can move the line of scrimmage, sometimes it doesn't matter. But right now, it's kind of a stalemate.
Well, they went to the tight end to move the chains earlier in this drive. Bazelak holding on to the ball, and now he'll kick it back, and this is Lander's first carry of the ball game, and he is stacked up by Logan Vargo, the junior, who has 134 tackles this year.
Nick Franklin did a great job in his corner position coming up to make that play. He took on a blocker, shedded the blocker, and made the tackle. That's a great play by Nick Franklin.
He's a second-team All-Ohio kid who didn't start in the game, but they got him in there right away, and he's playing out there in space. Third down and long. 3rd and 9, right inside the 20-yard line. They're going to throw the fade near side. One-handed catch. Yes! Touchdown! Wow! It is Derek Willits with a touchdown, and that was a beauty. 19 yards. He had one hand on it, and then he brought it into his body, and Alter strikes first.
Well, it's a great throw. I mean, this is a fade to the outside shoulder. He threw it right over the top of the defender. I mean, he laid it in there. You can't throw it any better.
That's a highlight. I'm telling you. Branson Staley was in on coverage for the Bombers. 6-0 Alter. Jack Ruffalo will kick the extra point. Comes at 6:36, and that one is blocked, and they could not get it down. The ball was sideways on the tee, and with 6:36 to go in the first, Alter lead Kenston 6-0 here in Canton. Thirteenth touchdown throw of the year by Connor Bazelak, and what an outstanding, just you got it right there on the hands of Derek Willits, and here's another look at it.
This throw, I mean, this spot is high and outside. You can't drop it in any better. We talked about it off the air. When you throw it that well, it's an easy catch, and the coverage is great. But he put it. I mean, you can't put it any tighter than that on the spot. And a good job of Willits hanging on, taking the hit, going to the ground, control the football.
Branson Staley is one of the top cornerbacks as you look at the scoring drive of 5 plays and 52 yards coming 2 minutes and 12 seconds. And Greg, do you think that Alter needs to play ball control in this game?
Well, you know, you got to take what the defense gives you. Right now, the defense is giving you one-on-one coverage outside. When you got a quarterback that can throw it, receivers that can catch it, you got to throw the ball. You got 9, 10 guys in the box. They're not giving you a lot of options. So, you know, if you can throw it, why not?
That's Branson Staley bringing it back, and a good return as we look at the Knights defense. And Connor Meyer, whose dad played in this game and played for Ed Domsteitz early on. Just 2 linebackers, and you've got the secondary, which is strong with Antoine Martin Jr. as a first-team All-Ohio player. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Bombers from their own 30-yard line. Twins on either side in this alignment, and they'll put a man in motion, and here comes Branson Staley getting around the end, and he'll pick up just 4 on the play. Good effort by the Auburn Knights to stay with the program.
We talked about Antoine Martin. He's the one that makes the play. Just really running jet sweep. You can see Martin coming in your picture right here. 27 makes the tackle. Good job squaring him up, getting him on the ground.
Stanley with his 15th run of the season. They'll go counter this time and go with Porter up the middle to about the 36.
And that hole closed up quickly between Dan O'Connell and Cookie Armstrong.
And they'll go quick right at the line of scrimmage at the 37, a gain of 3 on the last play.
Cuffs it. Trying to get Alter to jump off sides. They need the 40. They're going to throw for it. And it is complete far sideline. And they go to Tyler Middleton. And he is just ahead of the sticks. And it's a first down.
You got Middleton at the top of the screen in a one-on-one setting. You got trips to the bottom. You got one-on-one up here. Nice throw to the outside shoulder. All he's trying to do is just complete the pass, move the chains. That's a good read by Tom Kufsick.
Gain of 6 and a first down. Bombers look like they're settling down a little bit. They haven't been here for a long time. 1986, and there's Porter taking it off the right-hand side. There was Hall and band and elementary schools and everything.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons I felt like they needed to settle down, get in their game plan early, because this is unknown territory for them.
13-1 this season. Only loss for Kenston is to Chardon. Coming near side, and that's a catch too. Wow, Mintz with an awesome layout on that, and moving the chains into the 41-yard line.
You can see him just run an out cut right here, and this is a great throw on time. This ball is thrown before the cut's made to the outside shoulder. This is a throw you have to throw before the cut's made. Good job on the throw and the catch by Mintz.
And put it where nobody else could get it. But so far, Alder has done a good job of corralling Jack Porter, who was on that play.
Well, this is the first drive we're starting to see where you're starting to get a little bit of crease right here. You can see Porter coming right through here. Good job on the blocks, little kick out right there. Nice hole. Dan O'Connell makes the play, but still Porter picks up a couple yards. But now you see this offense begin to get into a rhythm of mixing it up, the run and the pass.
O'Connell, one of the captains for Alter. Second down and 8. Ball in the 39 of the Knights. Porter again, picking his way for a couple of more, but the hole is not there. One of the things about this Alter defense, they really are very good in run defense, and they've showed it so far.
Right there, Connor Meyer, 6'3", 265 senior. He's their third leading tackler. His hands on the ground. That's saying something. He can come off the block quickly.
Giving up only 7.7 points per game this season.
Again, one-on-one matchups to the bottom of the screen. Let's see if Tom Kufsick takes advantage.
Tom Kufsick going to it's incomplete. So it's going to be fourth down. A lot of pressure on him that time.
Yeah, Austin Helm got through. You're going to see Helm coming from the right-hand side. Watch him come. He's going to come right through here.
Somebody,
yeah, and you know what? Tom Kufsick's got to stand and make that throw.
Somebody tipped that ball, I think.
You
think it was just
you got to stand there and make the throw. He
okay.
knew the hit was coming, got a little gun shy, which is, that happens.
They're going to go for it for a second time. They're 15 out of 31 this season coming into today's game. Maybe he'll stop and just.
Right up here. You got one-on-one again. Let's see. This is what he's looking for. He's watching that safety. Now you got to come down here.
Tom Kufsick going to throw in the middle. And it's caught for a first down and more. And a big play by Tyler Mintz.
Great job of recognition by Tom Kufsick. The safety's over here, so he's going to go left. He's got Mintz coming across. That's an excellent throw. A great catch by Tyler Mintz in traffic.
And Matt Schimpf was there. And he'll go up the middle. Not a whole lot there, but Porter drives the pile inside the 15-yard line.
Well, I think you could see that Coach Grubich is going to be very patient here running Jack Porter. He's going to keep running him. He's picking up 2 or 3 right now, which is just fine. It's enough that it opens up the passing lanes.
Down to the 14 on a second down play. Tom Kupsik going to the near side. He's got a touchdown. Wow. Big time. Branson Staley with the score on a little bit of an in route. And it is tied. Alder and Kenston at 6 apiece. 17 yards for John Tom Kupsik.
What a throw.
Oh.
Now, I'll tell you what, he's impressing me throwing the ball into tight holes. He's going to throw the post right down here, and that ball is thrown on a rope. And it has to be right over the top of the coverage. That's a small window right there. Derek Willis just right there, and it went right by his ear. He never saw it.
Well, here is Anna Sanders kicking the extra point. She's been the kicker for 2 years, and she drills it.
And you got a penalty. She got run over, too.
There is a penalty on the play. That is her 78th point as we look at it one more time.
That's talk about a tight window right there. That's a heck of a throw.
That's a second-team All-Ohio player, too, and the slot and with the score. So with 1:55 to go here in this first quarter, it's 7-6.
On the defense, number 39, 5-yard penalty, enforced on the kickoff.
All right, let's go to the sideline now. Here's Mike.
Well, a little bit more on Anna Sanders. You said she's been the kicker the last couple of years. Actually won the job after a couple of guys got hurt ahead of her, and you saw just how tough she is. She got knocked out on that play and bounced right back up. So she's the place kicker. When the ball's from the 15 in, she gets to kick. If it's longer than that, and then the kickoff duties go to Blake Torres, the other kicker on the team.
All right, thank you, Mike. And Anna Sanders, a senior, 5'5", and look at that smile.
Does that not say it all?
Oh, it says it all. Absolutely.
She took one for the team there, an extra 15 yards.
It's her 60th extra point of the season. So that will move the football, by the way, to the 45-yard line after running into the kicker.
Both teams have success through the air so far. Will that trend continue?
Well, I was very surprised about Alder because they have come in and they are more run than anything. Jack Blunt, DeMario back to take this kick, although it is very short. He will, well, Upman picks it up at the 20-yard line. He's got some running room outside to the 30, out of bounds, and that is where Alder will have it 1st and 10. Spectrum News 1 is a new kind of news channel dedicated to refreshing storytelling and empowering communities across Ohio. Spectrum News 1, always Ohio, always refreshing, always on, exclusively on Spectrum. So DeMarco brought it back, and it'll be at the 39-yard line, so good field position. Good look at Kyle Bazelak, who's in control here in the last minute and 50 seconds. And they will send it to the first man through. First option is Peter Riazzi, the senior. Gets a couple.
Anthony Velocci, the 6', 215-pound sophomore linebacker, just stuffed that play.
Velocci is strong inside. Bazelak calling the play for 2nd down and 7. Stay in that wishbone. McDonald dives forward across the 45, maybe to the 46, and this is going to bring up 3rd down after a 3-yard gain.
When you're seeing a variety of formations, they went unbalanced that time to the Kenston sideline. Good job there by Joe Stoutenbauer coming up and making that play.
Both these teams, as you would expect, are senior laden, both sides. Alter's got 34 of them. 3rd down. Call it 4 from the 45. To the 2nd man, and They were waiting on him. The Bombers were there, and they stack up McDonald.
Max Check came from the backside, just swallowed that play. 6 foot, 285-pound junior. Watch these guys coming down the line right there. 63. He gets a lot of help, obviously, but that was he just pushed the pile. 63 with a big play.
Great angle by the junior. So it'll be 4th down. Derek Willits will be back to kick it away. And it's a line drive. And
he's got a lot of room to the side if he can get here.
That is Staley, still on his feet all the way to midfield. And a flag is coming in at the end of the first quarter. A 25-yard return on the kick. And we'll check out what the flag's all about.
Where they had that return set up.
They had it
well designed.
He came from the Bombers side of the field all the way across.
During the return, personal foul, 47 for the receiving team. 15-yard penalty. We will have an untimed down. First down, Kenston.
So it'll be an untimed down, and it comes right at the end of the quarter. Move this ball back. They threw the flag at the 40. Here it is.
So here's right there. There's your penalty. Very end of the play.
Branson Staley is a very good returner. He runs track, and you can see why. He is a burner. So the line of scrimmage will be back to the 25-yard line after the penalty. Slot man goes in motion, and he will get it. Taking it around the side. That's Mitz, and on that untimed down, he will gain a first down. So we're at the end of the first quarter here in Canton, adjacent to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Kenston 7, Alter 6. Quarter 2 coming up. Two scores in the first quarter, 2 turnovers in the first quarter, and it's 7-6. And the difference is Anna Sanders' extra point. And she took one for the team.
And she nailed it too.
And she nailed that extra point. So we are about to start the second quarter. Kenston has won 5 in a row since week 9, and here's Gonsites, certainly a Hall of Famer. Just was elected into the Coaches Hall of Fame. From Alter, they'll go crossing.
Look out!
And
Look out!
Here comes Porter. There's nobody there, and he's taking it all the way for the score. Touchdown, Jack Porter. Wow. 58 yards and the touchdown for Kenston.
That's what the jet sweep threat does, because they have faked the jet sweep. They faked the jet sweep here. Watch them coming across, and you can see the flow running that way. They just had success with that with Tyler Mintz, and this time Porter's going the other direction. He got some great blocks. Nobody touched him.
George Sell with an outstanding block at the line of scrimmage, and Kenston has taken a 13-6 lead now. Sanders with the extra point, and it is good. 14-6, and that's the first play of the second quarter. But wow, you saw the ability of Jack Porter and why he has 2,300 yards on the season.
Yeah, George Sell was on the pull right there and got a great block. Number 77, 6'4", 315 pounds, right there. Look at that block. Two good blocks. Nobody touched it. But this is a setup play. Jeff Grubich, I'll tell you, he is in a rhythm calling these plays. He just had success running the jet sweep with Tyler Mintz. He comes right back. He knew he wanted to run this play. And I'm telling you what, he got great execution up front. And Jack Porter, you give him a seam like that, you're not going to catch him.
2 plays, 75 yards, and 58 on the touchdown. And he only took 12 seconds
for the drive. Wow.
And here's the other thing, too. I mean, that was just typical of what the Bombers have done all season long. I mean, last 2 years, Porter has had 3,746 total yards of offense. Just Jack Porter. They are a machine. Coming near side. Ball, well, the receiver is dropped, and we've got a little bit of action.
I think that's a good job on no flags right there.
Yeah.
Just break them up.
Well, the Division I championship between Coleraine and St. Edwards will be played tonight at 8 o'clock, and coverage begins with High School Blitz Live at 7:45 right here on Spectrum News 1, your television home for high school sports.
You think that'll be a good one?
I think it'll be a good one.
We know that.
We've seen Eds, we've seen Coleraine a couple of times. By the way, that was Malik Allen who brought the ball back for Alter. So the Knights trail by 8 here, and they take over from their own 29-yard line. That was a quick strike, and we thought Kenston would have a couple of those in this game. And Sanders doesn't get out of his own backfield. Wow, checking, got off the block and into the backfield, almost had the handoff.
He had Lamar Landers about the time the ball got this. Look at 63 coming through right there. He just blew right through the gap. Landers had no chance.
He's 6 foot, 285 pounds, and a junior. Second down. Call it 11 as they move it back 1 yard. Bazelak has got Landers in the backfield. He moved him right and then back to the left as they audibilize. From the gun, first time we've seen him in the gun, going deep near sideline. Willis got bumped 3 times, and there are no flags. Good coverage by Branson Staley.
I'll tell you what, when you got Staley at the corner position with Tyler Mitz at the safety, that's a tight window. They've hit it one time. They came back to it. It's a really good throw to the outside shoulder, but there's just not much room there.
Stanley was the one that caught the touchdown pass on the offensive side of the ball to get the scoring started for Kenston. Third down. Have it again one more time. Bazelak going to take it right. He's going to throw, and it is incomplete. Tried to hit Ewald in a pattern that would have had the first down.
He's just going to sprint to his right. You're going to see a flag pattern right here. There's your window right there. Put the ball just a little bit outside. Boy, it's the right read, the right throw. Just missed it by, literally 6 inches.
Bazelak connects 58% of the time. He's thrown for 1,300 yards this season. Twins are back, and Willits will kick this one, and it will be down to about the 33-yard line. We'll take a break. 10:42 to play here in the first half. Kenston 14, Alder 6. This is the Division III state championship game, 14-6 Kenston over Alter. First time these two schools have met. Kettering Alder won 2 state championships in 08 and 09. Runner-ups twice in 14 and 06. This is the first time Kenston's been here in the state championship game since 1986, and Alter has set all kinds of records with their 24th appearance and 18th in a row. They're 2-0 here in Canton, though. From the 35-yard line, Kenston looked like the Dallas Cowboys as we got whistles all over the field and flags.
Got some movement the right-hand side of the offensive line.
Don't they look like the old school Cowboys?
They do.
Full start, number 74 of the offense. First down.
First penalty on Kenston.
No, I love the unis. But for both teams, really, they've both got great uniforms. Very distinct.
Piper's been here, and they are almost like it's part of their tradition to get to the state tournament and get to the finals. First down, 15. That throw over the middle, and they complete the pass right in the middle of the field, and that is Jay Middleton.
Middleton's only 5'8", 165, but he's not afraid to go over the middle.
No.
Again, it's the fake on the jet sweep. He throws it just over the top of Dan O'Connell. Good job with the trajectory there by Tom Kufsick to lay it in the hole.
Tom Kufsick has done a wonderful job of moving the football and managing this game for Kenston. Bombers got a second down. They'll go counter again. And not a lot of room to run for Jack Cooper that time. But that was similar to the play he scored on.
It's the same play he scored on. And they've run that the jet sweep and the fake jet sweep quite a bit. So that's a look you're going to see. And there's you've got a couple different plays coming off of that look.
Most points that Alder has allowed in the game was 20 against Fenwick during the regular season. Benson's already got 14. Third down play. They've been extended several times and converted on third down. 1 of 3.
They gotta get it off. They got 3 seconds left.
Finally, just ahead of the clock. They'll go outside and incomplete pass. So it'll be fourth down. Looked a little rushed.
Well, he was rushed, and there's a little bit of miscommunication. He's trying to come right down here in a one-on-one setting. He's going to throw an outcut, and it just looks like it takes too long to develop. And I'm not sure if they were on the same page right there. Because Middleton turned inside, and that throw was outside. And his quarterback was looking at him after the play like, what were you doing?
Nobody back for Alter. Tom Kufsick is going to boot this away. And it's a high kick, but it isn't going to go very far. And it's going to be down right at the 32-yard line. So punting is not the strength of the Bombers, but they've only punted a total of 25 times.
But I like the fact that they can show that look right there, and defenses have to respect that, so you can pooch it. I don't think Coach Grubitz really cares too much about how far he kicks it.
No.
He'd rather not kick it, frankly.
Yeah, I think he's one of these guys that would rather score. Just keep the possession alive. First down for Alder. They've had 3 first downs in the ball game so far. And they'll start at their own 33. Gonna fake it, and what a pick! Oh, and Stanley, impact player in this game. Little bit too much mustard as Basilak is picked off. Second time in the ball game, and this time it's the interception by Branson Stanley.
Ball just thrown a little bit high off the fingertips of the receiver, and Stanley right there trailing it, makes the play. Wow. And all of a sudden, they got a short field right here. They got a chance to go up a couple of scores.
What an excellent opportunity now for Kenston as they start from the 40-yard line out of the gun. Tom Kufsick has the ball and his team at the 40-yard line, and he will take about a 3-step drop. And
he's got a man.
He's just got to get it to him. There's a flag on the play, but there is a catch by Stanley in the end zone, but we'll check out the flag.
Well, they faked the slant. It was a slant and go. And there's probably interference on the fake with the defensive back coming up knowing he was beat. Let's see.
It comes at 8:55 here in the half.
Holding defense number 43. 10-yard penalty was forced on the kickoff. Result of the play, touchdown.
Stanley with his second one of the day, and that is a 40-yard bomb.
I love the mentality. You get a pick like that, and you go for the throat right away, and that's Coach Grubich for you. And they went with you can call it a sluggo. It's a fake slant and an up, and great throw and catch, and Stanley gets the pick and the touchdown.
High snap, kick is away, and it is good. How about that? Look at this throw. He knew he had him.
And the good thing Tom Kufsick did there is he threw it high to allow Stanley to run under because he was so wide open. Sometimes you see a quarterback get excited, they miss that throw, they throw too deep, but great throw, and Stanley deserving that touchdown after the interception.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about, small school football, one play and 40 yards on the scoring drive, but, you get to play both sides, and his number's called offensively.
You got to love that. And I'll tell you what, I've heard a lot about this Kenston Bomber offense this year. And think about the last 2 drives, Tim. This drive was 9 seconds. The last drive was 2 plays and 12 seconds. Talk about quick strike.
And they wanted to just go for the home run ball, and they did. They have only run 14 plays in this football game to 21 plays for Kenston.
Well, the total yards, 195 to 58. That tells a story. No, but turnovers. One of my keys for Alter was not to turn the ball over. And they've done it twice so far. This one resulted in points going the other direction. 7 points in a game like this is significant.
And this is the most points that Alter has given up in a game all season.
And there's 8 minutes to go in half. Well, let's call it 9. And something had to give today. And that's the thing about, games like this. Something has to give. You got 2 teams. One's great on offense. One's great on defense. We saw that last week in Ohio Stadium. Something's going to give. And right now, this Bomber offense is in control.
So at the 50-yard line, Torres will boot it away. Dario has it at the 4, coming to the near sideline. He'll be wrapped up at the 15-yard line. Let's go to the sidelines. Mike?
I think one of the better stories today, Coach Jeff Grubich, like a lot of us, has a second job. He and his family own a Christmas tree farm in Northeast Ohio. It's called Howling Pines. And with the early Thanksgiving this year, it has been very busy. The only problem for Jeff is he's been very busy with his great football team. So starting tomorrow, he gets back to the Christmas tree farm, win or lose. So here's the question. Is he a Christmas tree farm owner that is a football coach, or a football coach that owns a Christmas tree farm?
We'll leave that one to you. 17-yard line is their line of scrimmage. Coming down here in the second half, and Landers finds a little bit of room on the right side, and I mean a little bit. He got up to the 21-yard line, a gain of 4. They have not been able to break anything except for that 19-yard scoring pass to Willits.
Tim Matty there closing that one down. Getting that line of scrimmage, that defensive line is just not giving up any ground right now, which is really impressive against a very good offensive line for the Knights.
So they go back to the wishbone, but they put McDonald in motion. And it'll be Bazelak to throw, firing far side. Battle for the football, and out of bounds, it's incomplete. Good effort right there, but incomplete pass.
I'll tell you what, Connor Bazelak got smoked by Joe Stoutenbatter. Watch the end of the play right here. Watch 11 come through, put a lick on him. That's a great throw. There's just no room to put that in there.
Well, McDonald was right on the sideline, too, and he got very, very little room to operate as Nick Franklin was on the coverage, and he's a second-team All-Ohio player and showing it.
Well, and as McDonald gets coached up, he's still young. He's got to give his quarterback some room. You can't be right on the sideline. There's just no room to throw that football.
Third down. Third and long. Gonna throw it over the top. Oh, it's wide open. McDonald with the catch. McDonald with the run. Down the sideline, staying in bounds, and it's a big play for Alder. Out to the 44-yard line. 23 yards and a first.
They fake the handoff right here. You can see McDonald run in the flat. They're going to fake the handoff He's out in the flat, nobody out there. Joe Stoutenbauer's going to try to chase him down, but he gets him out of bounds. But not for a first down.
Well executed play, and it's out to the 44. Once again, they stay in the wishbone. And the handoff. Not much running in over the right side. And Landers is going to be brought to the turf. That front four has done a nice job, and also the guys that are linebackers.
I am really impressed with this front seven defensively for Kenston. They're channeling some of their greats. Andy Gerd and Judah Herman, both former Buckeyes that I played with. Both Kenston Bombers. They're very proud of their heritage. I'll tell you what, these linebackers in front seven are playing like those two.
Stoutenbauer was right there on the tackle at that time. Got some breaks from Alder's side too, and not much there. McDonald took it from right to left on a little bit of a counter up to the 49, and that'll bring up a third down and long.
Just running a trap right there. You see Matt, he comes right down and makes the play, runs right underneath the block. He's been very active. 6'4", 210-pound junior. And that's good film study. That's knowing what the play's coming, the trapper's coming, and he goes right underneath it to make the play.
Huge play in this football game right here. Third down. Bazelak's going to throw for it. And he's going to go over the top. He's got a man, and it is caught. Oh, what a great catch. Woo! That is big time for Alter. And DeMario was way out there, got a step, and it was delivered right on the money.
You got man coverage. I'll tell you what, Bazelak just drops it in there. One-on-one coverage, pretty well covered. He throws it over the top and drops it over the shoulder. Tyler Mintz was right there, but you can't beat that throw.
So a 22-yarder on this drive, and now a 30-yarder. Big plays for Alter. He'll stay on the ground this time, and not this time. McDonald is wrapped up in his own backfield. 4 white shirts all over him. Stoutenbauer was right there to lead the charge.
That play, he just bounced it outside. I think he's got to take that more up inside. There's nowhere to go outside.
Back to the 19.
But once again, you see that defensive front seven. It's not giving any ground right now.
Second down, inside the red zone. They'll hand off McDonald, and he's going to be stacked up. Balachi's got him, and once again, the Bombers come through.
That's sophomore on sophomore right there, 6'1", 224. McDonald running the football. Valachi, 6', 215. Watch 20 come in here and just stand him up. Boy, I tell you what, that's pretty good linebacker play right there.
Yes, it is. That's textbook.
2 sophomores.
So third down, 3rd and 6. Alder on a big drive. Left-handed snapper. Bazelak is going to go to the far side, underthrew his man, and it is incomplete. They tried to get the ball out to Willits, but the ball never got there.
And I think he might have been fortunate to underthrow this ball. That ball was undercut by the defensive back. I'm not so sure it would have been intercepted had he made a good throw.
So it's 4th down.
Dorian Talley on the coverage.
So they're going to try and kick kick a field goal here from the 21-yard line. So a 31-yard kick. Spot's good. Boyd's got to go, and it's not going to make it. Incomplete, or a kick that's no good. And with 4:43 to go here in the first half, Kenston remains with the lead at 21-6. That 31-yard field goal just did not have enough. Buffalo kicked a 38-yarder as a game winner against Centerville earlier this year, and they won 10-7.
You just get the feeling that kicking field goals is not going to be good enough against this Kenston Bomber offense today. You got to get some touchdowns. And the Knights have got to find a way to be more productive rushing the football because that's what they're good at. That's what got them here. And so far, they've struggled in that department.
Line of scrimmage has been the difference in this ball game. Here's the jet sweep, and Alder did a good job that time of taking it away.
This time to Jay Middleton.
You know, Middleton is a versatile guy. So is Stanley. They can run it left or right.
When you can tell that the jet sweep is such a staple in this offense because it sets up other plays. They've had success with it running it, but also faking it because it holds the defense accountable to the jet sweep, which is a challenge.
Porter in the backfield. He's going to get it off the right side, and he spins up to about the 28. Going to be short by a couple. See one right there in the middle of your screen, Cookie Armstrong, a senior. He was special mention All-Ohio.
Excellent job there by 55 Jeremiah Jones on the kick out. 6'3", 235 junior left guard.
So third down and call it 2 from Kenston's own 28-yard line. Tom Kufsick is going to throw for it, and he goes to his tight end that time. And a good job by Miller just to turn. The ball is right there on time, and it's a first down.
It's a big-time play right there by Ryan Miller making the catch, but also by Tom Kufsick. That's outstanding.
That is 14 of them, too. And they'll throw it out to Porter this time, and he'll lean forward again and gain 9. Nice catch by Jack Porter, his 15th of the year.
Well, that's a great blitz pickup there by Tom Kufsick and Porter. The blitz came off the edge, and Porter ran right by him. And Tom Kufsick knew that and delivered the football right back to him. They filled the gap in the defense with the running back. That's great recognition, and that goes back to excellent offensive coaching.
Coming under center and leaning forward to getting, and I believe he got the first down.
I'm not sure of the spot.
Yeah, they say.
They got it better now. Okay,
yeah,
they got it right.
I think they did get it right.
But it's going to be close. It's not a guarantee he's got it.
Tom Kufsick was in the gun. He comes up under center and just rides that center's block.
Yeah, they're going to take a look. This is close.
I think it's closer than I thought originally. Yeah, I thought.
Well, his knee, I believe his knee went down. Where the ball reached out was further than where the spot is, but his knee hit the ground.
They're going to stretch those chains out. And it is going to be barely. You see that white stripe? Jeff likes it. Coach Grubich has a machine, and this offense has found its rhythm here in the second quarter. We're down to 2 minutes and 9 seconds left. That is the 10th first down of this ball game for the Bombers. Goes to the 46-yard line. They put a man in motion. Tom Kufsick wanted to go over the middle, and he threw that one away. He got hit on the play as well. Pretty good shot. And the intended receiver was Tyler Mitz, but it was way over the top of his head.
Well, this play was slow to develop. He had good pressure. 43 Dan O'Connell got there and put him on the ground, but that's a good job by Tom Kufsick to throw it away. Nobody was open. In this offense, you just throw it away. 2nd and 10, no big deal.
I think he's been coached that way because he just has this demeanor about him. It doesn't really matter. Here comes the blitz or the jet sweep coming near side, and that's
Ball
Branson
came out.
Staley, and the
Ball came
ball
out.
is on the turf. Did he drop it? Did he recover it?
They're saying
Yeah, they say he's
Bomber
got.
came up with it.
Wow.
Not sure who it was.
They don't put it on the ground very often. They've lost only 5 fumbles all season long. A little quick jet sweep coming to the near side.
A good job recognizing the cutback. The ball's out, and it came right back to him. What was he fortunate?
Came right back to him.
There, look at all the brown shirts in there. There's four brown shirts, 1 white shirt, and he's the one that came up with it.
Isn't that
Very fortunate.
And really, there were so many knights right around the ball. 21-6 Kenston. They have scored in each quarter. They spotted 6 for Alter. And you look at how Kenston made it to the championship. Everybody you talk to with Kenston point to that Canfield game as like the #1 game on that road to the state championship game here. 33-7 they win.
Well, that was a very athletic Eastmore Academy team they beat too. That was an impressive team, and they just dismantled Eastmore. That said something to me, knowing that I had seen Eastmore and what they can do out of Columbus.
A lot of skill out of Columbus. Yep. 3rd down play. 3rd and 5, and now we got a whistle, and we'll reset the play clock. Now we're
man coverage up here. You got man coverage down here. So let's see. It's either you get to him or he's going to make you pay. What's it going to be? Blitz is coming.
Going to go over the middle, and he's got his man. And a 1st down and more. That's Middleton still on his feet. Down the sidelines to the 10 and out of bounds. Inside the 10. They're going to mark it right about the 4, possibly the 5. Middleton with a little crossing route. Looked like the Buckeyes here.
Exactly. It's exactly what it was. You got man coverage. You got Middleton on Malik Allen, and he beat him right away. Great recognition by Tom Kufsick. Delivers the football. 1st and goal.
They'll mark it at the 5. They'll go to the right side, and Porter to about the 3-yard line. That offensive line has just been stellar, not only in this game, but all season long, protecting the quarterback.
When you look at this offense, it's hard to find a weakness. I mean, they've got so much talent, skill position-wise, and you're right, up front they're solid. So, you know, how do you stop these guys?
Again, 300-pounders, too, at the tackle positions. Tom Kufsick calling for the ball. He's going to take it himself, and he is rocked at about the 2-yard line. Not much there. Got a timeout coming.
I like that call. They're going to fake here. You can see the flow. Everybody's going to go that way, and he's going to keep it this time. But 27 is going to stay home and make the play.
That's Martin. He's the all-stater.
But I still like that call. You got to keep him honest on that backside. And for Jeff Grubich, you're not in any hurry right here either. You know, you want this points, but you got to trust you're going to get it and burn some more clock.
Coming up at the half, Spectrum News 1's Sophia Constantine will have an update on news and weather. Mary Lee Melendez sketches up with the OHSAA Senior Director of Officiating and Sports Management, Bo Rugg, and we've also got first half highlights. And there's also stats involved, so stay with us. That's all coming up at the break. 21-6 your score with 36 seconds left, and 3rd down and goal facing the Bombers. Now, last week, Alter against Norwalk stopped Norwalk 4 times inside the 20-yard line, allowed only 2 field goals. Today, it's been a little bit different story.
The field goal wouldn't be the worst thing for the Bombers, but I'll tell you what, you know they went 7.
Tom Kufsick with Porter to his right. He's going to give it to Porter. Here comes the run blitz, and wow, just like that, Austin Helm is all over it.
Watch Helm's going to come right through here. He's going to shoot the gap. Great anticipation, ran right through that gap. That's a heck of a play. That's a great call defensively to get the penetration immediately.
You talk about film study. That's film study right there.
That's great execution, but a great play call defensively to put your linebacker in a position to make a play when they really needed it.
So much is made of the pass blitz, but the run blitz is just as important in this game.
Well, totally, especially in this case. They needed a negative play. I mean, defensively, the Knights had to stop them and keep it to a field goal to keep it to 24-6 at halftime.
Loss of 2. It's back to the 5-yard line.
24-6 isn't great, but it's a lot better than 28-6 at halftime. There's the difference.
Anna Sanders right there in the middle, number 36. She's got the T with her. They're going to kick this. She's got 4 field goals this season. And Rakan at the 5-yard line. And so you back it up 7. I'll mark it at the 12. And that's where they put it down. A 22-yard field goal. Left hash. And it is no good. It will be wide to the right. And the kicking woes continue on the field goal department for Kenston in the state championships. But they have a 21-6 lead with 27 seconds to go.
That's a big win for that Knight defense. That's a big stop for them. And it comes with that penetration by Helm to force them for the field goal. And Sanders not quite able to convert.
You know, that was a 75-yard drive to field goal position, 10 plays. That kind of gives you an idea just how important it was for the Knights defense.
Yeah, it's a big stop of the Knights defense. You want to have some sort of momentum going into halftime. They haven't had a whole lot go right in the first half. And we still got 27 seconds, but they have 3 timeouts. I kind of doubt they're going to get real aggressive right here unless they bust one on the first play.
So it'll be at the 20-yard line. Bazelak looking at a 3-4, and he will hand off, and getting through is McDonald, and he'll get the first down and a little bit more, but that will be it. A 12-yard pickup to the 32.
See, I'd call timeout now. That's the thing you want, is a nice little gainer. And
moving the chains and the stop of the clock.
They're not going to do that. They're going to be content.
McDonald is 6'1", 224 pounds coming through. Wishbone once again. They're going to throw for it this time. A lot of time. Bazelak still looking. And he does a little shovel pass. And that's out to his tight end, Luke Ewald. And that will do it for the first half. So the score at the break, Kenston 21-6 over Alter, as we have hit the halftime in the Division III state championship game. A couple of touchdowns in the quarter and 21 straight by Kenston after Alter had scored first in this football game. So let's go to the sidelines. Here's Mike.
All right, with Coach Grubich, some success in the first half. You hit some big plays against a very good defense. What's been the key so far?
You know, the offensive line's done a great job of picking up the pressures that Alter's been sending at us, and the quarterback's been able to execute, and the coaches have had a great game plan all week. We just got to finish, man. We got 24 more minutes to go.
Yeah, your defense against some multiple offensive fronts is doing a good job too.
Yeah, they're playing lights out, man, but like I said, all that matters is the 24 minutes in front of us still.
What are you going to tell them at halftime?
Got to keep playing hard, man. Got to keep playing hard, man. Max out.
Good luck to you in the second half.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Take care.
He is fired up, the head coach of Kenston, Mike Case. All right, and that is Jeff Gubich with Mike Case. We'll be back as we have hit the halftime break. 21-6, Bobbers over the Knights.
We're at the half as the Kenston Bombers lead it 21-6 at the halftime break over the Alter Knights here in Canton. It's the Division III state championship game. And Tim Bray, next to me is Greg Fry. Greg, former Buckeye, of course, and boy, this game started very, very quickly, and it wasn't like we thought it was going to start because of the turnovers in that first quarter.
Yeah, the Knight defense came out and got a turnover in the first play. They tackled Tom Kufsick, got the sack and the tackle. First play of the game for that Kenston offense. The Knights get a short field, and what do? They go right up top, the interception. Tyler Mintz gets the first interception of the game. But the Knights come back with a touchdown pass and respond for the 6-0 lead.
That was one of the best plays of that first half, that is for sure. Today's first half highlights brought to you by the American Dairy Association. Fuel up with chocolate milk, just as the OHSAA has for 10 years. How about Porter?
Well, Jack Porter just showed he comes in this game with 29 touchdowns, his 30th. He goes the distance, 58 yards for the touchdown. But Branson Stanley's the guy that had an amazing first half. He had 2 touchdown receptions as well as the interception. This one was a dagger. He takes a slant and go up top right after his interception, puts the ball in the end zone. That put them up 21-6.
Talk about a two-way player. What an outstanding two-way player for Kenston. Here's the numbers, and they are slanted towards the Bombers, that's for sure. 270 total yards in that first half.
Well, only 48 yards rushing for the Alter Knights. That is very unlike what they do offensively. And you can see the balance on the side for Kenston, which is what they've done all year long. 106 on the ground, 164 passing. They've also controlled time of possession. It's been their half so far.
Well, if there's been one player that is dominated here in this first half, it is Branson Stanley, and he's number 3. He had that big touchdown on the slant, and then he did it on defense as well.
He's had great coverage at the corner position. They put 9 or 10 nice guys in the box a lot. They're counting on him as a lockdown corner, but offensively, wow, 2 touchdowns receiving in the first half. He's had a game so far in the first half, Tim.
He is a spectacular player and proving it here this afternoon in Canton. 21-6 is our score. Coming back with the third quarter of today's game in the Division III state championship.
The 2018 OHSAA Football Championships on Spectrum News 1 are presented by Aries Sportswear, custom apparel made easy. The American Dairy Association Mid-East, fuel up with chocolate milk. Blaster, work it like a pro. And by Spectrum. Are you ready for what's next? Think forward.
Alder fans here getting ready for the third quarter. They'll get the ball first. Let's go to the sidelines as it's 21-6 at the halftime break. Here's Mike.
All right, what was the feeling like there at halftime?
Well, we need to calm down a little bit. I don't want our people losing their composure. We got no chance if we're not poised. We don't show a little bit of savvy. So I think we need to pull it together mentally first.
What kind of adjustments on the field did you guys make?
I think we got to be able to move them off the football. We got to be able to get off the block. We got to be able to cover. There are a lot of things we got to do better the second half than we did the first half. But if we don't move them off the football, we're not going to be able to make this comeback. So that's pretty crucial right now.
Yeah, good luck in the second half, guys.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Mike. And Ed Domsites is right. You know, you gotta win it at the line of scrimmage first, right?
He's coached football long enough. He knows that. You got to win the line of scrimmage. In the first half, they did not win the line of scrimmage. And credit the Kenston Bombers for, I'll tell you, they have impressed me on both sides of the ball up front. Because you push around the Alter Knights, you're doing something.
So the Kenston Bombers saw Kirkland win the Division VI game. I understand it's like 15 minutes between the two schools. So Northeastern Ohio looking good right now.
That Kirtland team, I tell you what, congrats to Tiger LaVerde and his coaching staff and his players. That was a most impressive effort this morning. against a very good Marion local team, which has been a rematch of I don't know how many years in a row, for sure the last couple that I've seen. And again, a very convincing win. And as we talked about, that game was won up front. Kirtland was really good on both sides of the ball. They dominated both sides of the ball, and therefore they won.
And coming up a little bit later on is St. Ed's and Coleraine, the Division I championship game as well. Second half about ready to go here, and the ball is in the air, and it will be picked up. Coming to the near sideline, and it is going to be out to about the 28-yard line, and that is where it'll be. First down and 10 as the Alter Knights with Connor Bazelak will bring out his offensive unit. 130 yards on 5 of 11 in that first half. 1 touchdown and 2 big interceptions. Malik Allen brought that ball back for Alter to the 27-yard line, and that's where we'll start. First and 10. Looking out in the I formation this time, and they're going to go pitch it to McDonald with a lead blocker, and he will get a couple as he's run out of bounds across the way, and that is Joe Stottenbauer, who made the last hit on the play.
We talked about Branson Stanley right away. He makes a play right here. He comes up and forces this out of bounds. You can see number 3 come in your picture right here. Look at him come in here. Pushes him out of bounds. Ooh, a little extracurricular out of bounds. Tyler Mintz got away with one right there.
Stanley has been the star of the show so far for the Bombers on both sides of the ball. Second down coming up from the 31. This time they're out of the gun. Have not seen the wishbone yet. Bazelak. He's got a lane to throw it. Now he's going to have to run, and he is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big-time play by Matt Ilokdi. Ilokdi was right on top of him.
Covered sack. I mean, there's plenty of time to throw the football. You can see 6. Iglotti come down to make that play. Good job cleaning it up. But I think that's one where Bazelak's a little bit tentative right now. He's got to make that throw. He's going to come off the field, actually.
So he is going to be replaced. And we're going to have to check that out and see who will be the quarterback. Bazelak has taken every snap this year.
29 was loosened up on the sideline. That's Cale Steneman, 6'1", 197 junior.
So Steneman is going to be in the ball game. And actually, this is his first action, and he will keep it himself out to the 33-yard line. So that's a big blow. Cale Steneman, who is a 6'1" junior.
I like that when you get a quarterback coming off the bench, let him run the football right away. And that's a quick way to knock the cobwebs out.
We'll look for Bazelak hopefully to get back in there. And now on 4th down, they're going to have to kick it away. And this is a short kick, a fair catch right at the 41-yard line by Stanley. So Alter has more problems. We'll see if Bazelak can continue or not next series. And in the meantime, the Bombers are going to go out with a very good first half by John Tomkowski.
I think if you're Coach Grubich right here, it's you got a chance to go up 3 scores. You can put this game nearly out of reach with a touchdown this drive.
Got to go with the jet sweep. Nowhere to run. Coming back the other side, Middleton, and he is hammered at about the 39-yard line. Jay Middleton reversed his field on this one.
Armstrong in there, Connor Meyer in there. It's a great cover. Dan O'Connell in there as well. It's just good job staying home, showing very solid team defensive speed right there.
I don't know exactly what Middleton was trying to do, but he decided to reverse, but he was not going to get any yards. Going to go deep. And it is dropped right in there. What a play
Tyler Mitz with a big-time catch. Tom Kufsick really threw a nice ball.
Well, at halftime, I was talking to a few other experts back here. We were talking about his accuracy. This is, I mean, one-on-one coverage. And look where he drops this in. I mean, that's a tough throw. Drops it right over the shoulder of the defender, Sims.
29 yards. Here comes Porter. And he's up to the 30 and a gain of 2. Anytime they get one-on-one coverage, either it's Mitz or Middleton, and Stanley's been in there too. Those three have just been outstanding.
Well, I think it's to understand the mentality of your coach. I mean, Jeff Grubich, he comes from a long line of successful offenses, spent some time at Mentor. They know how to move the football. They know how to attack when you get man coverage. And, you know, in an offense like this, when you see man coverage, you're thinking aggressively. You want to go after them, and you got it right here. There's all man coverage right there.
Second down play. Here's Porter trying to get outside, finding a way to get back to the line of scrimmage and gain a yard. Incredible.
Well, defensively, Alter's made some very good adjustments. They're taking away that jet sweep here in the second half. But this is all second effort. There's nothing there. And he's going to find a way to avoid all the brown shirts and pick up about 2 yards. I think he ran about 37 yards to gain 2.
Kenston was 8-2 last year, missed the playoffs by 3/10. Don't you think they're motivated?
They might be.
Yeah, might be.
Have something to prove, maybe.
Third down from the 30, the Alder 30.
Blitz is coming. Here it comes. You got one-on-one.
Firing and catching it right at the 20-yard line. Stanley with another big catch. Branson Stanley, the 6'1 senior, second team All-Ohio.
Well, you got trips to the field. You got single receiver right here. He's just going to run an out cut down here. So great job by recognition by your quarterback. He's looking for one-on-one, just on a little stop route. Stanley gets separation, does a great job catching it in traffic. Once again, Stanley makes another play.
That is a tight spiral, too. Very good throw. Near side. And inside handoff goes to Mitz, and he gets a shot at running the football.
When Antoine Martin made a touchdown-saving tackle right here, because Mintz had a lane. Here's a cutback lane right here. And 27 comes up. Martin makes the tackle.
Martin, all-around athlete. He's in the German club. That would not be my choice for a second language, that's for sure. Somebody's not on the same page that time, and I'm not on the same page with you, my friend.
Oh, we're speaking English, I'm sorry.
Yes, incomplete pass.
That's all I got, though, sorry.
21-6.
Did you get that?
They're down.
Good job throwing it away right there by Tom Kufsick. Nothing there, did a good job, very patient. Not forcing it in.
Going to change the play. Audibilizing, moving Stanley
Look
in
at
a little bit.
Two guys covering up here. That means there's one-on-one down here. That's what Branson Stanley can do.
We go to the near sideline, and it is out of bounds and incomplete, and the intended receiver, Tyler Mitz.
I love this. I love watching this chess match, and Tom Kufsick is doing a great job of recognizing where the single coverage is. It's a well-thrown ball to the outside, just runs out of real estate, nearly caught by Mintz, but another great throw.
Give credit, too, to Liam Sims on coverage.
Absolutely.
Fourth down, they're going to go for it. No field goal here. 48% on fourth down for the season. Going to go over the middle, and it's caught. First down and more. Mitz, touchdown. Tyler Mitz with a crossing route. Second time they've run that today, and it's a touchdown on fourth down for Kenston.
That is a back-breaker. Once again, man coverage. Just throwing the underneath route. We talked about this. We saw this by the Buckeyes last week. Sims misses the tackle. Had a chance to get him before the first down, and you miss on Tyler Mintz. He's going to take it to the house.
So here's Anna Sanders once again trying the extra point. Good timing that time, and it is right down the middle. 7:10 left to go here in the third. Kenston has scored first in the third quarter. Extend their lead 28-6. Third quarter here unfolding in Canton. 28-6 Kenston. Let's go to the sidelines. Here's my case.
Update on Connor Bazelak. He spent some time on the training table trying to stretch out that right hamstring. Then he went over to the stationary bike and did the same thing. I walked up to him and said, "Are you going in?" He said, "I'm going in." He's not at full strength, but he's going to give it a go.
All right, thanks, Mike. And no question that they need him on the field.
Well, they need him on the field, and again, they got a tall order right now. But you're going to struggle having success without your quarterback on the field. And, you know, he's been battling that injury for a little bit, and just going to try to give it a go.
Well, Tyler Mitz with that touchdown catch. It was his 11th of the season. 9 plays and 59 yards on that drive. 3:33 is the time of the possession. Very efficient are the Bombers. Boyes is going to kick it off. He hasn't reached DeMario too many times in this football game, but they'll give it a try again. And this one is bounced on the ground, and they are going to allow an up man to pick it up again. And Malik Allen's got the football, and he is swarmed. And it's not second teamers out there. It's some first team guys. Stunbauer made the tackle on the play.
There is clearly an emphasis on special teams. The pursuit. Let's see if we can catch the penalty here. Oof. Yeah, that was, if I'm right, that was a block. It went way high.
Good block, number 5 of the receiving team. First down.
They're going to move that line of scrimmage back, that is for sure.
And that's not going to make matters any better for this night offense. Connor Bazelak.
There are plays on that play sheet that I think Ed Domstanks would love to run, but I don't know if he can run them deep in his own territory right at the 8.
I think the key now for Coach Domstanks is they got to be patient. They got to get back to doing what they do. There's a lot of time left in this game.
From the end zone. Good patience there, and he throws a strike to Luke Ewald.
That shows you the arm strength of Connor Bazelak. That's a big time throw right there. He's sitting in his own end zone. Just finds his tight end on the crossing route. That's a nice ball. Right now, you're going to get soft coverage. You're seeing a 2-deep defense, a little bit different look by Kenston, which means you're going to have guys open. So again, it's about patience right here. You know, when you're down by 3 scores like this, you got to get the first one. And you got to be patient doing that. You can't try to get it all back in one play. You've got plenty of time left.
Kenston's given up just 7 points the last 2 weeks in the playoffs. First down, call it the 24. Going to throw it over the middle this time, and Ewald's got it again at the 30-yard line. Gain of 6.
6'4", 224-pound senior tight end. That's 2 catches in a row for him.
Tell you what, he's a good-sized target. You might want to just keep feeding him the ball. It's like if you got a hot player in basketball, just let him throw it up there. They're going to throw it deep this time, and it is incomplete. Tried to get it to Willits at the 40-yard line.
You know, and I go back to being patient, because to me, you pick up 7 yards on first down. They're rushing 3. Run the football. You know, you don't have to throw it. It's again, it's take what the defense gives you. You got a lot of time left. Look, there's 3 down linemen. Run the ball. It's tough to squeeze it in down the field like that.
In the playoffs, Alter has scored 82 points. But here this afternoon, they only got 6. Second down from their own 30. Pick at third down. Third down from the 30. Going to go the crossing route again, and this time they'll go to DeMario. and Jack has a first down. They'll go right to the line of scrimmage.
Good read, good throw, good catch across the board. It's well executed. Excellent job by DeMario to secure the football.
Bazelak in the pocket, gonna just throw that one away. Ewald was over there, but he was well covered.
I like his release though. Bazelak's got a quick release. He sits in there and he's willing to take the shot and get rid of the football. Good job throwing that one away.
Good coverage by Dorian Talley on that play.
I'm going to say it again though. You don't have to abandon the running game right here. Yes, you got a great quarterback, but your offense is geared on both.
Second down and 10. Well, they're basically set up to cover the pass. There's a three-man rush, and here's a screen, and it goes nowhere. Wow, what an effort by Vargo. That is such an impressive tackle on Peter Riazzi.
Logan Vargo, number 4, watch him right here. He's going to see this, and he's going to break to the ball. Cuts right underneath the blockers, makes the play. That's great recognition from the linebacker. 5'11", 190-pound junior runs right by the offensive lineman.
We talk about all the seniors in this game, but both teams got some juniors, especially these Bombers. All these receivers that we've been talking about, 2 or 3, are juniors. Bazelak to throw again. That time it's DeMario, and he gets wrapped. And it's Mitz who was the big hit, and it's incomplete.
That's a great throw by Connor Bazelak. And it's tough as a receiver. My coaching on this is you're going to get hit, you might as well catch it. Easier said than done. You see his head turn around, he knew the hit was coming. He still had time to secure the football, but that's not for the faint of heart to catch a crossing route in that territory.
Woods is going to boot it away from his own 28, and that's off the side of his foot, and it will drop at about the 34-yard line. The teams participating in this contest, thank you for your tremendous support throughout the season, and please remember to act with dignity, speak with courtesy, and play with pride. For more information and resources on sports behavior, programming, and expectations, visit OHSAA.org/RTG. Please remember to respect the game. .09 left here in the quarter, dominated by Kenston. They'll start at their own 34-yard line. This time they'll give it to Porter, and he gains 1. Good recognition on that play. Porter's had a good football game. He broke that big one. Takes this off the right side.
Now you're going to get a dose of chewing up the clock, being patient, maybe mix in with some pass.
Tom Kupsik to throw, and it is incomplete. Battle for the ball over there as Mitz was the intended receiver.
Good coverage there by Liam Sims, just took it away.
Boy, a lot of pressure on these DBs.
Hit him in the helmet. Again, a pretty darn accurate throw right there, given the great coverage by Sims. But the offensive line has done a tremendous job. That time there were 5 rushing, they picked up all 5 and gave Tom Kupsik time to throw.
Giving up just 2 sacks all season, this offensive line. First team All-Ohio in there, and Alex Robarge, the right tackle. Third down. And a flag.
Timeout.
And they're going to call timeout.
I think Coach Grubich wanted a timeout.
Timeout.
Jeff Grubich, I also believe that he saw the play clock running down as well. I thought they were going to throw that flag. So 28-6, Kenston with 4:31 to play here in the third. Let's check out the scores of some of the games that have already been played. Division II on Thursday night, it was Hoban over Massillon, 42-28. Congratulations. And Game you watched early on, Greg. Kirtland today beats Marion Local in a rematch of last year, 17-6.
They enacted some revenge on what Marion Local did to them last year. And
Coming
tonight
up,
in Division I, St. Ed's and Coleraine is going to be a great matchup. Can't wait to see that one.
Coleraine Cardinals, the #1 team in the state, and they've been there all season long. Tommy Bolden and his team have an awesome offense, but what really has put them on the map this year has been their defense.
Their defense is it's as good as they've had in quite a long time, and their offense is really good too. I mean, they just don't have any weaknesses. But again, you can't write off St. Ed's. St. Ed's had a very difficult schedule this year. They lost their first 2, but they come back strong, and I think that's going to be an interesting matchup.
Fans getting into it here with 3rd down and long. Throwing it over the middle, and it's incomplete, and the flag coming out. They tried to hit Branson Stanley, and Middleton was there too, but we'll check out the flag, and it's going to be against Alter.
Pass interference, defense, number 39, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Uncharacteristic 5th penalty against Alter.
Well, really pretty good coverage there by Malik Allen. I think he's going to get the inside arm on him. I mean, there was some bumping going on. That could go either way. But I'd say pretty good coverage there by Malik Allen. I wouldn't fault him from a coaching standpoint.
So it's first down from midfield. It trips to the far side, wide side of the field. Tom Pefsick will run it himself, rarely calling his number, although he has run it 76 times this season and has scored 14 touchdowns.
Well, it's such a great, simple play call because you got 4 receivers and you get a running back that can lead up in there. So it's like running pretty much an isolation play with Jack Porter leading the way in there, and they pick up 4. That's hard to defend.
Line of scrimmage at 46 of the Knights. He's going to run it again. This time will be stopped right at the 45, and you can see trying to just run that clock.
Coach Grubich, I mean, he has had control of this game from a play calling standpoint from the get-go. And he's just chewing up some clock there. If he punts right now, I don't think he really cares.
So down in 5 as Matt Schimpf made the stop on the last play. 4 down linemen for Alter.
Again, you got man coverage up here. So if they want to throw it and go for the home run here, they can get it. Or they want to be conservative and hand it off.
Going to throw it near sideline, and it's caught. Middleton's got it. Wrestling for the football, though, but they are going to say offensive man has the ball. Allen on the coverage for the Knights, but another big play.
Great recognition again by Tom Kufsick. He sees the man coverage, just lays it in there. Great throw to the outside shoulder on Jay Middleton. Can't throw it in there any better. He's been doing it all night long.
Both of these quarterbacks have been right spot on. Tom Kufsick has had more luck, and that's a 35-yarder. Porter up the middle, touchdown. Kenston scores again. 11-yard touchdown run by Jack Porter. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 31st of the year.
Give some credit to the offensive line. That's just a great hole, and Porter shows the quickness. There were some brown shirts in there, but he ran away from them. He followed his offensive line, then he cut it back.
2:46 to go here in the 3rd, and Kenston has scored a couple of times to take it out 34-6. Sanders to kick the extra point. Good spot. Can't do it any better than that. Right down the middle. 35-6. What a tremendous run, but better blocking.
Yeah, great block. Look at the guys. You got white shirts laying on top of the brown shirts. That's a good sign. The right-hand side of the offensive line, Alex Rabarge and Justin Schroeder, Brandon Schroeder too at the center position, all did a great job, which they've been doing really all night long. It's been very impressive because they've protected Tom Kufsick and they've opened up the running lanes as well with Porter.
Well, sometimes you got offensive linemen that can do one or the other, but this offensive line has done both very well.
Again, a lot of credit to Coach Grubich and his staff. They've done a tremendous. This is a well-coached football team. Clearly, they are. I mean, you're looking at 35-6 lead in the third quarter against a very good Archbishop Alter team.
Well, Grubich was talking earlier this week, saying we want to be like Alter. We want that discipline. We want to have the Alter program here at Kenston. We've gone a long way to being that kind of program.
They do it a little bit differently, but the results are speaking for themselves right now.
Going to kick it on the ground. Up man has it at the 30-yard line. And it'll be brought back out to the 40, and that's where Alter will put it in play in just a moment. The Division I championship game between Coleraine and St. Ed's will be played at 8 o'clock tonight, and coverage begins right here with High School Blitz live at 7:45. Right here on Spectrum News 1, your television home for high school sports. And that will be a very good football game. From the 40. 35-6 Kenston. They're in that prevent defense. And with a three-man rush, Blazak is stopped again. Boy, what a great job by Tim Matty to come flying in on the right-hand side. Blazak could not get away.
He goes inside this time. He fakes outside, goes inside, undercuts the tackle. Tim Matty gets a sack. 6'4", 210-pound junior, and he has been very active tonight.
That's sack number 5 for him this season. Handoff this time goes to McDonald. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another one. Hey, he's got a first down. All the way to the 48-yard line. Good run. 12 yards on the run by McDonald. And moving the chains are the Knights.
Well, that's there. When there's 3 down linemen, you can run the football still, and they cannot abandon that. Good run there.
Black has been in the gun here in the entire second quarter. They've run this play before, and McDonald picking up some good yardage again. They're going to give him 12 more on the completion. Brandon McDonald, the sophomore.
Well, I really like him. 6'1", 224 sophomore. Comes into the game with 1 reception. He's got 2 today. And they're both good ones. They both moved the chains.
And I think same play.
Similar plays.
Similar play.
But they released him out of the backfield. I like that. He comes in with 15 touchdowns on the ground, averaging 10 yards per carry, 1,200 yards on the year.
They haven't been able to do that today, though, against this tough Bombers defense. Blazak over the middle, and it's incomplete. DeMario had it in his hands, just couldn't control it. A little bit of pressure there, too.
Well, they run the crossing routes, but the Bombers, they're sitting home waiting for this.
Yeah, Vargo was going to
make it. We both saw it. He was waiting.
Yeah.
Waiting. Probably a good thing he didn't catch it.
Jacob Englehart was also in there. As you look at how Alter has made it to this game. Beat Norwalk in a big one last week out of Wapakoneta. Shut out Baden. They played him twice during the year. There's McDonald. Got a nice block. And ball's on the turf. They say it's down. Bombers wanted to take that one away, and they are a plus 21. and that's just an amazing number. I saw that earlier today when I was looking at the numbers. They've forced 30 turnovers this season. 21. They're a plus 21. They've only given up 9.
Great block by Jack Miller. Let's see if that ball comes out. Nah, it's a good ball. That ball elbow hit the ground.
Third down play coming up. Alder on the march with 55 seconds left to go here in the quarter. Bazelak handoff, good call that time as McDonald gets into the second level all the way down to the 12-yard line. So the clock runs down to 42 seconds and stops. Look at this off the left side.
Again, good job of the offensive line. I really like him. 6'1", 224. That's a lot. That's a load to bring down.
There's a flag on the play. Came in late.
Dead ball, personal foul, 78 of the offense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
He's after the play too.
That's on left tackle Cameron Ryan. That's not when you want to get your name mentioned as an offensive lineman, but part of that could be chalked up to frustration, I'm sure.
They take the ball back and they go back to the 28-yard line.
He got pushed behind. Yeah. He had a couple words for the defender.
So they will say first down. Throw, far side, and it is incomplete. Tried to get to Willits. Bazelak had that ball out there. Bazelak had good trajectory on it, but Willits just couldn't bring it down. Good defense.
It's a little late on the throw. Look left, come back right. He's got a one-on-one setting, just running out of real estate. Not a bad throw, though. He put it on the money. It was a chance to make a catch, but once again, well defended by Talley.
Yeah, Talley was there. He's been tested a few times.
Yes, he has.
26 seconds left to go here in the third. The handoff. Flag as McDonald took it to the 25-yard line. Anytime they throw it in the middle like that, the chances are there's going to be a hold. And that's the call. Going against Alter, and they have had some penalty yards, not only here in the third quarter, but overall in the game.
Holding. Offense number 77, 10-yard penalty.
That's the seventh of the year, and then now, or seventh of the game. They got to get to the 18-yard line for a first down. So they'll go to the 35-yard line, and more than likely this will be the last play of the quarter. Bazelak out of the gun. Going to go deep again. Double covered this time, and is DeMario, and they just threw it away. And they'll go spring it all the way back to the 35, and they'll have it second down.
Well, that's a misread right there. He threw it in double coverage. He was fortunate. Good thing he threw it long, and he knew he was a little frustrated with himself after making that read.
Actually, it's third down and 17 this time.
I think this is where you can be patient, though. You don't have to get it all right. Put yourself in a fourth down, gettable situation. Pick up maybe 5 or 10 right with a shorter pass.
Well, you want to make sure. And then here is McDonald coming out of the backfield, and he will just get to about the 20, make it the 31-yard line, and that is it. We have reached the quarter and get set for the fourth in the Division III state championship game. Bombers in control, 35-6. Back here for the fourth quarter, and if it looked like the Dallas Cowboys out there, and they had a big win last night over New Orleans, the uniforms do look like the Cowboys uniforms of days gone by. And the Bombers with a solid third quarter, leading 35-6 over Alter, who are 2-2 in this championship game. So Alter will get the football on the 31-yard line here to start the fourth and final quarter. Bazelak has had a good drive to this point, but it's 4th down and 13. They need the 18-yard line to keep the drive going. Faking that, and it's incomplete. Tried to shovel pass, and good effort by Bazelak, but he could not complete the pass, and they turn it over on downs.
We saw this play earlier in the game. It's kind of a safety valve for him. They clear out the zone. He's trying to dump it underneath his outlet. That's DeMario, and if he can complete that, you got a chance to pick up the first down. But great coverage down the field, again, by that Bomber defense.
Well, they had them all covered up, and there was no place to throw the football.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Let's go, CJ.
So Bombers now will take it over on the 31-yard line, and they will get things rolling here as they go on offense with trips right. John Tomkowski takes it right over the right side of the line and gains 5. Now, he has ran the football on occasions this year. I mean, 76 times coming in. Ran it 7 times last week.
And this is the safe running play right there. It looks very simple, but really it's a great call because you can follow your running back. We talked about earlier. You want to burn some clock. You want the ball in your hands of your playmaker. Not taking any risks. Burn some clock.
Porter's a good blocker as well as a good running back, and taking it out of bounds that time. No place to go for Tom Tufsick. So 3rd down coming up.
He's just following that left-hand side. Again, with a little bit of experience right there, he might have turned that upfield to keep the clock running, but he chose to run out of bounds and stop the clock.
Bombers came in with 563 points scored this season. They're going to throw for the first down, and incomplete. Tried to drill it in there to Ryan Miller, the tight end H-back, and it's a little bit low.
Yeah, it was a little bit low behind him. It was a catchable ball, though. Ryan Miller's going to be a good player, 6'5", 200-pound freshman.
Yeah, but I saw that he was a freshman, and that kind of skill level and talent, wow. I assume he's going to punt this at 4th down.
I highly doubt they're going to be going for it.
little pooch, and he will pooch it.
Nobody back. He might as well line drive it.
And they'll just let it go, and it will drop at the 28-yard line. And will step out. 10:53 to go in the game. Kenston in control of the Division III state championship game. Back here at Canton, and tonight's drive of the game is presented by Blaster. Blaster, work it like a pro. Tom Tufsick kept that drive alive, and then throwing it deep. And what an effort to wrestle this ball. And Jay Middleton held on, and Porter takes it the rest of the way for 11 yards. Very impressive. And that's the way the Bombers have done it all night long.
But that was with the 28-6 lead that put them up 35-6. So they had a commanding lead at halftime, 21-6. The game was still kind of in doubt, but 14-0 in the 3rd quarter. Very impressive.
Connor Bazelak gutting it out here. He went out for a couple of plays. He throws a good ball that time, and it's complete. You know, Bazelak has 2 sisters, and I think he's motivated for a state championship and a title here. Between the 2 sisters, Libby and Maddie, they have 5 state titles between them. Libby's got 3 basketball and 1 soccer, and Maddie a basketball championship as McDonald takes it to the 40-yard line. Alter has moved the football, but they have not dented the end zone since the first quarter.
He tries to go up over the top. I would call that ill-advised.
Yeah, Franklin, and he is a high hurdler.
It's great for the highlight reel.
He's a track guy.
There you go.
Ball was not snapped properly. And be behind the chains
Tell if
again.
that ball hit the ground or.
I can't tell either.
I think Matt Duplain, I think it hit him in the rear end. I've seen this happen before. Credit that one to the defensive line for pressure the whole game.
And they have been just terrific, and they've only got 3 down linemen in that 3-3 stack. Bazelak finds a receiver. That's McDonald. Breaks a tackle, but he's not going to get away from the Cavalry. Bombers swarm.
They're saying they got the football, but
yeah, I don't think so.
Rolled down.
No, that was way late.
We've seen this a couple times today where Bazelak at the last second will just flip it out to his receiver.
Yeah,
he knows his outlets.
Engelhardt came up with it, but it remains with the Knights. 35-6 here in the fourth quarter, clock running. Bazelak's going to try and throw it again over the middle, and this one was low. Mario, will they give him credit for the catch?
Saying no.
Nope, not enough. Just a little bit too low.
Good coverage there by Matt Iglodi, 5'10", 185-pound senior.
Bazelak not used to throwing 23 times a game, but you know, earlier this year he had a game that was all him. He threw more passes than they had runs, and that is really rare for a team that basically runs out of the wishbone, but they haven't done that much here in the second half at all. Fourth down. Have to get unloaded. And Will crossed his body, and it is picked. Intercepted. It was almost
Iglodi again.
Iglodi got the ball, and that is his 3rd interception of the year. And another interception thrown by Bazelak. Pressured this time. Had to throw it across his body.
It's fourth down. You got to pretty much throw it up and give your receiver a chance. I would say, he did a pretty good job of that, but that's an excellent athletic play by Iglodi going up and getting that ball.
Matt Iglodi is a senior, 3rd team All-Ohio. And get this, that's his 12th time this year he's created a turnover. Here's the playoff history for Kenston. Lost twice in this game. And they'll throw over the middle. And once again, there is Branson Stanley. And Branson Stanley will get close to a first down.
Crossing routes again. Really have to appreciate the accuracy of Tom Kufsick. He's been on the money all day long.
Terrific talent both of these teams had. Tom Kufsick has only missed on 7 all game. Going to carry it himself that time. He is 15 out of 22 for 261 yards and 3 scores in this ballgame.
And he's learning. He did a good job here of keeping this ball, but he's being wise to keep it in bounds. Right here, he bounces it and he thinks, oh, I got to get down. I guarantee Coach got in his ear from the last time. Getting out of bounds. He wants to keep that clock running right now.
It's down inside 8 minutes. Right at the 41-yard line. He's been in the gun almost the entire game. Gonna throw it over the middle. Got a man, and it's at the 40. And once again, Middleton takes it down to the 35-yard line for a first down.
just a deep square and great throw. Nice job going up to get it by Middleton. And not only going up to get it, he wants to go score.
Malik Allen holding on for dear life. And it's at the 35-yard line, and this Bomber team just wants to continue to move the football.
And the foot is on the gas pedal. This is week 15. This is
There's no week
going.
16. Porter goes down that time. Jack Porter's 17th carry. He's closing in that magical 100. Before that carry, he had 96 yards, including 58 for a touchdown in one of 2 scores.
As we've said, he's got 14 in a row coming in. That's just, I've not seen that.
They're going to feed it to him a couple of more times, and he only needs 3 for 15 in a row. Second down. He won't get it there.
Cookie Armstrong got some great penetration. He has been a force tonight.
And Connor Meyer, too, in there. Boy, when he comes, Cookie Armstrong is fast. He's quick in there.
5'11", 245-pound senior. You're right. He is quick, and he's also very strong.
And a wrestler as well. So it's a loss of about 1, and it's 3rd down and 11. And Pepsic is going to throw for it. Over the middle, and that's going to be a flag. Middleton didn't get a chance at that one.
Well, it's interesting because Middleton, he's calling for the flag for the ball, right? The ball actually hit him in the arm.
Pass interference. Defense number 39. 15-yard penalty. First down.
So by penalty, it will be a first down.
Talk about accuracy. Look at the ball hit him on the arm. Even with the interference.
You know, I'd like to see a skills competition between these 2 quarterbacks, because I think it would be pretty cool. I mean, they would be, put a tire out there about 40 and see how many he can throw in there.
Tom Kupsik doesn't have the arm strength as Bazelak does, but his accuracy is uncanny.
Here's Porter.
There you go.
Weaving his
There
way.
you go.
Got his 100, and he's got a first down. Jack Porter, only a junior. He's coming back next year.
15 straight 100-yard games. 15 straight. 31 touchdowns on the year.
The man has got a career started and has another year to add to it. They can get a first down before a touchdown. Going to give it to Porter again. Working his way to the goal line, and a touchdown. 11 yards for Jack Porter, his 3rd of the game, and the junior has stretched the lead for Kenston to 41-6. I think the celebration's going to be on across the way.
I kept hearing about how good this Kenston Bomber team was, and I would not have expected to see an outcome like this against a very strong Kettering Ultra team. This Bomber team is solid on both sides of the ball.
Anna Sanders with another opportunity to kick an extra point. High snap. But almost every single one of them been right down the middle.
She's
tonight.
been dead center.
Oh,
you got to love it. I mean, dead center. Every least amount of points was 24 in their loss to Chardon. They had 28 versus Madison. Outside that, they just put up 40 and 50 every single week.
440 total yards in this football game from Kenston tonight.
You average 40 points a game. This is high school where you play 12-minute quarters. It's different than college. You have less time. That says something.
Torres to boot it again. And this time it'll be DeMario with the football, and he is dropped at the 32-yard line, and I believe there is a flag coming in. Yes. Looked like a face mask from here. It is a face mask. Crew from Toledo doing a good job tonight.
Personal foul, face mask, number 4 of the kicking team, 15-yard penalty, first down.
So Alder will take the football. Mario, head up, looking for some running room. And
yeah, just hung on a little bit too much right there.
There it is.
Vargo.
Logan Vargo. So they'll move the football all the way to the 46-yard line. Take nothing away from Alder now. They've had a year.
That's,
lost that opener to Fairmont and then 13 in a row. Handoff, near side. Riazzi taking it all the way to the 42-yard line, or make that the 38-yard line. Good effort. Good effort there. 42 unanswered points by Kenston in this game. Porter with 3 scores. The big one's 58. 3 touchdown passes. And how about Sanders? 6 for 6. Gotta love it.
Well, this Bomber team is as advertised. Although I would say they're as advertised offensively, they're much better than I thought defensively. They have made Kettering Alter one-dimensional. They took away Alter's running game, and nobody's been able to do that. Nobody's done that this year.
Well, and I think it's been a long time since Alter has had 14 first downs in a ball game, 264 total yards. Will throw, and it's incomplete. I mean, only 5 first downs via the rush.
Tell you what, that ball's on the money again. Back shoulder. That's a good place on a post route as a receiver. That's kind of where you want it because you know you're going to get hit. I'm really impressed with Connor Bazelak and his talents. And I like how he projects at the next level with his size, 6'4", 215. Quick release, very accurate.
Coachable kid, and
yes,
going to be a mainstay at Missouri. He's a Big 12 type quarterback. There's no question about that. I can see him in Kentucky. They took a look at him, and then the floodgates opened after that.
You know, and this is one of those games that's frustrating because, you know, when you're playing quarterback and the defense takes away the run and puts all the pressure on the passing game, this is not an offense that's geared to throw it 30 times a game. That's just not how they're wired. But, you know, when a quarterback, when you're behind, the game comes back to the quarterback, and that's the nature of this game.
So it's 4th down. Coming down to the 2:38 mark, clock running. And it is going to be incomplete, and it will be Kenston's ball on downs. Following the game, stay with Spectrum News 1 for an extended postgame show. Mary Lee Melendez and Brett Hiltbrand. And then they'll break it all down and get more reaction from the champions immediately following the game. All here on Spectrum News 1, your home for high school sports. Well, this Bomber team has lived up to everything I've read about them all week long, and they are so impressive on both sides of the ball as this clock continues to run. Running clock here late in the ball game. Down to 2:23, looking for their first ever state championship. And there's an 8. The quarterback will be back. 2 wide receivers will be back.
He's got Mintz and Middleton back and Porter back. Are you kidding me?
And the 2 guards.
Yes, Jones and Schroeder both coming back.
What a nice touch. Bringing some of the seniors in this 4V formation, victory formation for Kenston. Jeff Gribich is getting a lot of players, at least 1 play in this game. Down to 126. And they're counting it down on the other side, that is for sure.
The only criticism I have of Coach Grubich is he's killing his rushing yards right now
on the kneel downs?
On the kneel downs, they're losing 4 yards a crack, so it's going to hurt his rushing average for the game.
Yeah, 440, I don't think that's
I don't think he cares.
I mean, they were 7.6 average play in this ball game against a team that was so strong coming out of Dayton. Best of the Gem City. Playing in that tough GCL co-ed division. Everybody talks about the South, but the co-ed is the smaller schools, and they're just as strong.
Absolutely.
46 seconds left with another kneel down. They're going to wrap this thing. Falls back to the 19-yard line. But the fans across the way that have made the trip here to Canton, and there is just the team has just drenched Coach Jeff Gribich. I don't know if it was water or Gatorade, but one thing is for sure, this ball game is over. Kenston dominates Alter tonight 42-6, and it's Kenston winning their first ever state championship. Great sportsmanship between these 2 schools. First time they've ever met, and it was here in the championship game. The OHSAA Division III state champs are the Kenston Bombers.
Impressive performance, both sides of the ball, and I would say in all 3 phases of the game, really. They dominated this performance. They got into a running clock in the 4th quarter to win 42-6. I would have never thought that.
Down to the sidelines, Mike Case.
All right, Coach, I am ready to go. 42 straight points. Wow, how's it feel to be a state champ?
You know what? It feels pretty doggone good, man. I couldn't be more proud of these guys, these coaches, and that great community over there, man. I mean, look, they packed the whole house. You got all Auburn and Bainbridge here, man. So just thrilled to be a part of this.
Yeah, let's ask you about that. What's it mean for Kenston? You guys have been so close. What's it mean for the school and the community?
It means a lot, man. It means a lot. We've been sick of being called Kingston and Kenton, and you know, we want to be Kenston, and we want everybody to know who the Kenston Bombers are. So just thrilled for these kids in this school and this community, man.
I think they know now. Did you see a game going like this?
No, we thought it'd be a battle for 48 minutes, but hey, man, we'll take it, man. We'll take it.
Go celebrate, okay?
Hey, thanks for the coverage. Appreciate it, guys.
All right, congratulations.
Now there is one excited head football coach. Thanks, Mike. He is just, and his team plays like it. They just play with so much emotion, and what an effort here tonight. They are Kenston.
And he made sure we all knew that, right?
Yes.
But that's a good point. You know, the team in a lot of cases has a personality. They take on the personality of their coaches and the head coach. And you can see this team tonight that they had the energy that he had. They've had it all season long, and what an impressive win. It's a very strong Kettering-Alter team. Very strong Kettering-Alter team. But it was dominant. They matched up, and they won all 3 phases of the game, 42-6, and they are Division III state champs.
Check out our play of the game, and Branson Stanley is the guy that was our talent tonight. My goodness, both sides of the ball.
He gets a pick on the defensive side, comes back 1 play later, catches the slant and go for a touchdown.
Couple touchdowns, had that interception. The 6'1" senior, second team All-Ohio. Player of the game. Now they want to take a picture of that, don't they? They want to be with their fans.
Branson Stanley ended up with 4 catches for 71 yards and 2 touchdowns on the night. Again, excelled on the defensive side of the ball as well with the interception. Tremendous night.
Look at the emotion there from the Bombers, and Alter, of course, with an outstanding season, and they gave great effort tonight.
They did have a great year, and that's you make it to week 15. You're doing something right. It's some rare air when you make it this deep in the season, and it hurts when you come up on top. And there's always 7 teams that don't get the trophy. They get the runner-up trophy, and it's a little bittersweet at the time, but nonetheless, I think when these kids look back and the parents look back, they're going to be very pleased with the year that they've had.
5th time that Alter has been in the state championship game. They won it twice. Let's go to the field. Here's Bo Rugg.
Coach Domsites. Coach Domsites. Your captains of this team and this community have had a great year. 13 straight wins coming into this game. And I know that Archbishop Alter and the community is very proud of this senior class, and let them know that. Thank you for how you represent all of our member schools in the state of Ohio. And it gives us great pleasure on behalf of those schools, our board of directors and our staff, to present you with the runner-up trophy, Division III 2018. Congratulations.
Runner-up in the state. Alter can be proud of their season as they finish 13-2. Big effort from that group tonight, and just a little bit short against this Kenston team that just has had so much offense and a better defense than I think a lot of people even would have believed.
Better defense and better up front than I would have expected. You know, you see all this skill, and you hear about the skill, and from Kenston, as we want to make sure we say it right, Coach. Kenston, right? They've got so much skill, but they were so good up front.
For Kenston to be here since 1995, you've had 2 runner-up trophies in this tournament, but this, thanks to these seniors, your leadership, and your community, your first state championship in football. And I know it gives us great pleasure, Jeff Casella from our board of directors, on behalf of all of our member schools and our staff and everyone associated with the OHSAA, congratulate you, state champions 2018 Division III.
A very proud moment for Kenston. Jeff Grubich and his Bombers finish 14-1. They win their last 6 games, and they allow just 1 touchdown tonight, and they allow just 3 in the last 3 weeks in the biggest stage.
That's a good point. You look at their defense. You know, they've given up some points this year, but in the last couple of weeks, that defense has come together. And when you shut down an Alter team like this, you're getting it done.
Tonight's final score, Kenston 42 and Alder 6. Tune in tonight a little bit later on for the Division I state championship game. Cleveland St. Ed's and Coleraine out of Cincinnati. And it's all here on Spectrum News 1, your television home for high school sports. For Greg Fry and Mike Case and the entire Spectrum crew, I'm Tim Bragg. Good night from Tom Benson, Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton, Ohio.